Hey guys, how's it going? Rodrigo Lima here with a very special client and guest on our podcast today, Rochelle Crunk. Thank you for making it.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Rochelle came to us with a very special project. We're pet lovers at Lyme. I got 2 rescue dogs. So whenever somebody brings me a product that's pet related, I always have a special place in my heart and try to make it the best we possibly can. So this product specifically is a dispenser that dispenses a wet wipe that's connected to the baggie. So that way, when you go to pick up the poop and clean it up, you don't have to worry about any kind of poop getting on your hands. Much more sanitary. You can go ahead and just wipe it, throw everything away. So this brilliant inventor right here, Rochelle, came up with this idea. So tell us a little bit about how you came up with the idea and what.
I used to travel from Florida to Michigan, and I had a pet, a little Chihuahua, who had a problem. He had irritable bowel syndrome, actually, and the poop was a little bit nasty, to say the least. I mean, so when we were traveling in the car, we'd have to stop, and he wouldn't wait till we get to the rest stops. He would have to go to the bathroom when he had to go to the bathroom. So I would get out and pick up the pet waste, get back in the car. I did not want to touch a water bottle. I did not want to touch anything,
Right.
Until I was able to actually be at a sink to wash my hands. So I decided to carry wipes with me to clean my hands after picking up the pet's waste.
You got it.
So I was carrying around a pack of wipes and some bags, and I decided to combine the two to create Wags, Wipes, and Bags.
Love it.
Yeah. And it's much more cleaner than just picking up the pet waste and not being able to clean your hands.
Yeah. No, I love it.
So it's a health benefit.
Yeah.
Because there are many things that we can get from pet waste that people don't realize.
Right. I think I saw some article. Was it in that article that you?
Yes, it's in
printed out?
the South
Can you
Florida.
grab that for us? The article basically says that every I'll let you describe it, but every time a dog poops.
Yeah, there's like so many pathogens and stuff that we can get on our hands and not even realize it. And there can be, sometimes the bag might have a little hole in it that we don't know. Sometimes just even picking it up, it can spread to our hands and you don't see it. They're germs.
So here's the article that's this is in the South Palm Beach edition right here, and you see the product right there.
And it tells all the stuff that our loving little furry friends can carry.
So some of the things that most people don't know that you can get from being around or touching dog poop is parasites, bacteria, viruses, rabies, parvovirus, coronavirus, distemper, canine hepatitis, MRSA, E. coli, hookworms, roundworms, tapeworms, giardia. I mean, a lot of different issues that arise from
Handling pet waste.
Yeah, handling and dispensing of pet waste. So this project really helps to mitigate that, right?
Exactly.
To
When you're
avoid
walking
all
your
that
pet
stuff.
or traveling with your pet, you don't always have a sink available to clean your hands. So that's why I came up with this idea.
Excellent. And what were some of the what were some of the difficulties that you had bringing your idea to life?
So I originally went to another prototype company, and they had a very difficult time trying to find a manufacturer for the product because there's no machines available to put the wipes on the bags. So they have to hand place them on there. So I went to you guys, and you were persistent. It paid off, thank goodness. And we were able to find a manufacturer to do our product.
Yep. I remember, I mean, when you look at this product here, it doesn't look very complicated. Anybody could say, I can get that manufactured. And that's what I thought too. At first, I did not know that it was going to be so difficult to find a factory to actually roll these up. It basically has to be glued on individually. The machine is a pedal operated machine where they start rolling it and then they have to stop. They put the wet nap in and then they roll it again, put another one in, and there are 5 to each one of these rolls. So imagine these people have to, it's just a very manual process, and we were able to find somebody that was able to do it and did it the way we wanted. And even the wet wipes, we were able to get those branded so that it really feels like a thought out finished product.
Exactly.
Yep. We went with 2 different types of packaging. One is a blister, which is a nice cost effective way of being able to protect keep the dust off, and also control and allow to demonstrate and visualize the product in a nice standing position like that. And then we did the refills with a paper box, cardboard box. And that was, for us, that was a pain in the ass too, because they didn't want us. They were like, "Oh no, we get this one, this one, this one." I'm like, no. So
yeah, I remember you.
yeah, it's such a pain, man. Sometimes, and you're dealing with somebody in another country in a different language,
Yeah,
and you
that's
don't
hard.
know necessarily why they're advising one way or another. So it's hard to tell if they're trying to help you or they're trying to like save money on
Right,
the
right,
side
for
or
them,
whatever
for
it
them.
is. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally were able to get them to do both packages in a matte finish, and so yeah, they shipped that out, and now Rochelle is selling. We on our website we have a link to her product. The actual link is wagswipesandbags.com.
Yes.
Right?
.com.
Wagswipesandbags.com.
Yes.
And her product is available. The dispenser comes with a 3-pack, and then the refills come with 5.
And we'd also like everyone to know they're biodegradable and eco-friendly.
Right, the bags are biodegradable.
And eco-friendly.
And so here's our website, and you can go ahead and click on the where can we show them real quick where they go to order? Right there. Just click right there, and you'll get that to your house, and you can start cleaning your poop without getting your hands so dirty, and just having another more sanitary option.
It's definitely more comfortable when you're on the walk and you're able to clean your hands. And because I have been on the walk, hair has blown in my face and my mouth, and I'm like, I do not want to pull my hair out of my mouth.
Yeah.
For example. Yeah.
Cool.
It just makes you way more comfortable.
So let's talk a little bit about. I guess we wanted to use this opportunity to talk about some of our frequently asked questions as they apply to you and your product and your experience working with us. Okay. So
you guys have been absolutely wonderful to work with.
Thank you so much. How long did it take to develop your product?
I think it took a little bit over a year, and that was because of the difficulty we had in finding the manufacturer. So that was a little bit of a process. That was the hardest thing in manufacturing this or getting this product together.
Yeah.
Everything else, you guys made it a simple, easy process. You were there to answer any questions I needed. If you didn't have the answer, you found the answer. It's been an absolute joy, and you made it a simple, easy process for me.
Oh man, thank you.
You
so
really
much.
have. You're still here every step of the way. Even after the product has been completed, you're still here. Anything I need.
We're here, and then we are definitely here, and we want to help you continue to push the product into the market. And we're using this podcast as a way to bring light to your product, and also that people can learn from your experiences as well.
Exactly. And just so everyone knows, we never signed up for that. You never said that you were going to continue to help, and you are always there helping.
Cool.
So it's a team. It's a team.
It's really important for me because we're really good at making a product and getting it ready and all that stuff, but the marketing part is something that's not really thought of enough or not prepared. Most entrepreneurs aren't really prepared for the amount of time and money that it really takes to invest to get a product out there and into the market.
Yes, and you guys went above and beyond in doing that.
We want to help you get this product. We are helping you to get this product into the market, and looking for those low cost ways of doing that. Because anybody, if you have a $100,000 or $20,000 that can go market their product, it's easy.
Right.
It's much more difficult when you have
when you're financially strapped, it is definitely.
Yes. And this is a bootstrap product, right? And we want to make sure to give it the most exposure possible. So guys, please go to our website, Wags, Wipes, and Bags. I always get that name.
I know it
is
Wags, Wipes, and Bags.
Wagswipesandbags.com. Give them some love. Check them out and order their product and try it out so that you can give us your opinion on what you like about the product and how you can see it could potentially be improved for a future version. So Rochelle originally reached out to us. We started with the conceptual stage of the project, which is really looking at the product, understanding what she's trying to do, understanding the benefits of the product, and also looking at the parts that may be, the unforeseen issues that she hasn't thought about yet. Right, that's what we do in the very beginning. We then go and prototype the product. Right, this was the next where we 3D model and prototyped the actual device, that the dispenser. This was done in-house, 3D printing. Pretty simple prototype, nothing crazy here. Again, yeah, the hardest part was definitely in the bags. We spent a little bit extra time on the packaging because we just wanted to be, we wanted to really be perfect. And then, so we took her through pretty much all of what you see there. We didn't do patents, did we?
Yes,
We
there's
did
a patent
patents?
pending.
Okay,
Yeah,
for a
patent pending.
utility patent.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. So,
Yes, utility patent.
Yep. And then we went through the whole process with concept development, 3D modeling, a little bit of engineering on the details of how it snaps together. We did a couple rounds of prototyping, and then we did some patenting for the product, and then the sourcing, the manufacturing. So yeah, that it took about a year to go through the whole process. And happy to say we're selling on the stores now, and now it's the next step in really pushing out the marketing. The marketing, you see when you get to the end and you source, when you're looking at our banner that shows the process or the product development process, you can see that at the end is sourcing, and then after that you have marketing, and marketing has to be done for the life of the product. So if you want to sell the product for 5 years, you will be marketing it for 5 years. So something that I think a lot of people don't think about when they're getting into this business, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it is definitely a business.
Definitely.
Unless you just want to make it a hobby.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
So tell us a little bit about some of the successes. I know you're just starting in the marketing stuff, but what are some of the successes that you guys have had so far?
Successes, we've given out over 300 of the product, the samples, and we have it at a vet.
Okay.
We put it in the vet store, and we have it on Amazon also.
Okay, excellent. How's that going with the Amazon?
It's moving slowly, but
maybe we can have John take a look at how you did the write-up and see if there's any ways that we can add to the description or add other photos. And
yeah, I know it's really difficult to find it on Amazon. Really difficult.
So why don't we just talk about it?
My brother-in-law bought one, and they went on. He wrote a review and went on just to see if he could find it. He couldn't even find the product, even when you put in wags, wipes, and bags. Yeah.
Came up pretty quick.
Well, now it did.
Let me see.
For you guys.
Let's see how you did the writing. So who set it up for you?
I basically did it.
Okay.
I have my magnifying glass out.
See more product details. 2 5-star reviews, which is always good. The more reviews, the better. So typically, when we're setting up an Amazon store, what we'll do is we'll look at what your competition, how they're writing their descriptions and what photography and everything they're using, and then we kind of say, okay, well, we should add more about this. So then we come back in, and so we're going to help you out.
That makes sense, like when you compare and stuff.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, look, when we design things, everything has to do with comparison, right? Like, because unless there's nothing been done like it before, but if we can, we always want to look at something that's existing to say, hey, your product is here. Let's say your product is here, theirs is up here, theirs is more expensive, and this one's lower, so that we can help find the right price point. But just being able to look at what other people do, you can get an idea of, how they write, how the photography they use.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have some good ones. And we have so many other good images that we can use here. And also adding a video to this, you can add that in there. You already have the video made, so that'll make it look even better. And, and then I think it's really about like blasting this on social media, and just all the time you got to be doing videos and showing people where to go to buy your product, and maybe adding little discounts here and there so that people can go and try it out.
And this is what I'm talking about, so you're always there to help point you in the right direction, and I love that, because I need that as someone who's just starting to do this product. I really need someone to help guide me, because I don't know all the steps involved.
It's really a lot more steps than most people think about.
There are a lot of steps involved in it.
So we're here, and we're going to help you, see this through.
Thank you. I know you will. And that was one challenge I had, was trying to figure out the price. But you when I called and asked you about that, you referenced someone else for me to talk to, and helped guide me with that.
Yeah, yeah. Pricing's tricky. Specifically when it's the first run, like the first order. Our first order was at 1,000 or 2,000 pieces.
Yeah, 1,000 of each one, so 2,000 total.
Right. So whenever you're buying product at 1,000 pieces, it's the way I look at it is like the factory's doing us a favor.
Yeah.
Because they don't make money until they're actually making like tens of thousands of pieces, typically, right? So just something to keep in mind, is that when you're first, you're not gonna make the same profit margin with your first or second runs. You make them after you start. You'll start seeing more margin as you order larger quantities, and the cost goes down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I mean, also we ordered this during COVID, so
Exactly.
shipping is high.
They even
Everything
closed
was-
down. Remember, they even
Yeah.
had to close down for a while.
Yep, and that's another
Yeah.
reason why it took so long, because
Yes.
it shouldn't have taken this long to do a product.
They had closed down for a few months. I remember that.
Yep. So with shutdown and extra expenses on the shipping, because container to Florida used to cost like about $5,000 to ship a container, a 40-foot container. Now it's over 20. It was 20,000 during the
COVID.
the worst part of the COVID or whatever, and then it's come back down. It's more manageable.
Okay. Well, that's good news.
Yep. But we're also figuring out now, like one of the strategies that we have now because of all this crap that's been happening, is to start bringing our products back to manufacture in the U.S.
That's what I would ultimately like to be. My end goal is to have it manufactured
and
in
we
the US.
will do that. We will do that. So what requires is to bring the molds back to America, and then talk to one of our preferred partners for injection molding here, and having them do that, and then keep getting these from China, because you're not going to be able to find somebody in America to make these.
Okay.
Yeah. But at least we can.
Unless
bring
we
the
were able to
plastic.
have the money to make the machine to do that, right?
If you
put
made
a wipe on each one.
If you create an automatic machine that does that, then absolutely. But that's probably an investment of, $50K plus.
Yeah.
To create a custom machine that makes this for production. Doable in the future for sure.
And I would have to come to you to
Yeah,
find out
we
all
love
the
that.
information.
We would love that. Yeah. So what else? Let's play a little bit of a video.
Yeah, let's just...
It was such a good video. I mean, I think more people need to see it, and it's a spicy video.
She did good, right? Carmela, my dog. Not my daughter.
Yeah, let's get some volume.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Baby, you can get on my boat and make it rock, yeah, side to side, left to right, take it slow, yeah, baby, come on, do it just right, and side to side, left to right, take it slow, yeah, baby, come on, do it just right, yeah.
I love it. What was the doggy's name?
Carmela.
Carmela. So cutie.
Carmela and Chiquito.
So do you have any, what are your plans to market the product moving forward?
We're going to just try to really push it on social media.
Okay.
And I would like to get it into some stores. So we're working with stores right now, sending in the product to samples for them to see. And, hopefully we get some calls back from them.
Nice. Any stores that people would know of?
We're trying to go to Petco, Pet Supermarket.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
Stores
good.
like that. And
Nice.
then maybe some more veterinarians.
Nice. And obviously, look, we were dealing with quantities of 1,000, 2,000 pieces. When you start talking to big box retailers, they're gonna need to order in larger quantities.
Yes.
So we definitely will have to go back and negotiate with the manufacturers, and the other tricky part is that prices don't stay the same. So if you manufacture something today for $1, there's gas prices that are going up and down. There's like labor shortages, all this stuff. So they can go up a little bit. Just something to keep in mind,
Okay.
But all right. What else? What else would you like to share with us?
Well, I'd like to tell you, our product it makes sense. Our product it's a simple idea that makes sense. It's for health benefits. It's for anybody who, is concerned about their health and well-being and utilizes pet waste bags in their daily routine.
And how many dogs do you have?
I have 2 Chihuahuas,
All right. Good stuff. What are the names? Carmela and...
Carmela and Chiquito.
Okay. Oh, that's what you were saying. Chiquito. I thought.
Yeah, Chiquito.
That's cute.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
But this is another reason I had these. I would carry wipes around. I would always travel to Michigan, and I would always have around 5 or 6 Chihuahuas with me, depending on.
That's a lot of...
Yeah, so we couldn't take a plane, and I always kept them with me.
So yeah, you had to travel by car. That's a lot of
Yeah.
stops.
A lot of stops.
That's a lot of love right there.
A lot of love my little dogs. I love all animals. Big time animal lover.
Dig it.
Just every step of the process, you guys are here for me, and that's really appreciated, and it just makes things so much more simple. It makes the whole process so much simpler, because it can be a difficult process. It really can be.
It's a lot of... I find it's a lot... You have to trust a lot of people to make a product. And if you work with somebody that you can't necessarily trust, it just makes it so much harder, because, are they going to be there for you? Are they going to, when the time it becomes, when it's like a hard project or whatever it is, are they going to see it through?
Exactly.
Yeah. So okay. So one advice, you're saying that you would come see us. Somebody, if somebody has an idea.
Definitely. For any other ideas I will ever have, you guys are on my speed dial, because I will be calling you every time. Seriously.
Cool.
Yeah.
So for an inventor that's...
I do have other ideas.
Okay.
And I will be contacting you.
Good. Excellent. So for for a beginner, what can you give besides talking to Lime Design? What is I guess a good tip that you can give to an average person that has an idea, they know they can make the world a better place with their idea?
I would probably say that because some people will say you don't have to do it, but I always think that having your idea protected is a really, really great investment and a necessary investment. It costs a little bit of money, but it's going to protect you.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of much worse things to happen than for you to spend all this money designing a product, and then somebody goes and just takes it or rips it off, and you have no recourse.
Right.
So absolutely. Which at that point, if you didn't have a patent on it, your only recourse would be your trademarks and your branding, really, which would help differentiate it from the other product.
Yeah, but when you have somebody coming in with maybe a lot more money, they're a lot more financially stable, and they're able to really push the product, and yours is going to be gone.
Yeah. They'll just...
Yours will be wiped out, done for.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So to have that product, you are protected legally.
Did you have any problems?
The patent.
Right. Did you have any problems dealing with our manufacturer that we set up?
No, everything was really nice, but I would usually contact you, and then you would contact them. So, and then the personal contact I had with them was basically everybody was involved. So again, you guys were there to help with that process.
Yeah. We like to be involved all the way through the production.
Yeah.
Typically,
and that's your line of work. You guys are the professionals, so that's why I said, well, if there was any issues that would arise, I would call you, and you would contact them.
And your project was a little bit special, because I definitely I put more time in that product than most just because I wanted to see this through. I had to see this through.
Because it seemed like such a simple idea that was kind of complicated, right?
Yeah. And so it kind of irked me, and I had to really push to find somebody to make it, and so I'm glad we got through that part.
Your persistence paid off.
So now the next part. So you said you're going to be focusing on social media. Any specific social medias?
We're doing on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay. Are you doing paid ads on any of those?
Not as of yet, but we will look into that. I was talking actually to one of the gentlemen that work here this morning, and he was giving me some tips. I came in here and started giving me ideas.
Yep. That's our new guy, Christian, new to the team. I mean, I guess we can talk a little bit about price. That's a hard question that I like to talk about because a lot of people like just, talking about money is not always, especially like the less you have, the harder it is to talk about, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But the reality is that no product gets manufactured or designed without some type of funding.
That's correct.
So
You have to have
I know
cash.
we don't remember the exact numbers, right? But I believe for this product, I think it was about $10K to develop the
Somewhere around
idea,
there.
and then the manufacturing, and that includes the packaging and everything we did. So it was design, prototyping, packaging, somewhere around 10 or 12, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And then the next step is going to be working with the manufacturer. And there was a mold that had to be made for this piece right here.
Yes, because originally we were going to just do the pet waste bags, and when I came to you, you suggested putting the dispenser in, and I said, "Oh yeah, that would be an excellent idea."
Yep.
So now it became like kind of two products.
Yep. And that's the other thing. This company they would not do this bag if we didn't do this.
Yeah, I didn't
So that was,
realize that.
Yeah, that was part of the, for them, it's just not enough work for them,
To do
enough
just the
profit to
bags,
do.
yeah.
So we opened a mold. I think the mold was like $8K or something like that. It was a relatively inexpensive mold. Molds can be, $20,000 to $100,000, plus
Yeah, and
depending
people
on the
have to
size, so-
remember that the upfront cost for all this, like the molds and stuff, or just getting the idea, is going to be initially just going to be a lot bigger than when you reorder the project. The
Right,
product.
exactly. So the next order, so the cost then it was like about, call it 10 to design and prototype, 10 for the molds, and then I don't know if it was like 5K or something like that to ship to do the.
I think it was around $6,000.
Okay, and so call it all in, call it 25, 30K.
Yeah, approximately. I would agree to that amount. Yeah.
Yeah, including the manufacturing molds and yeah. So the next order, there is no more mold cost. The mold is a one-time fee for the mold. The only other time that you would buy another mold is if you're going into like a larger production. Like, let's say you need to make 100,000 at a time. Then they'd probably need more molds, or they'd need a multi-cavity mold,
Okay.
something that you can do
And
multiple
then
pieces of
you would
wood.
have to purchase that. Yeah.
At that time, yeah.
Okay.
But
Let's hope we get to that point. I would love it and be
absolutely,
happy.
absolutely. It's a blessing. If to get to that point where you need to buy another mold, it's because
Right.
you've proven the product is selling well in the market and there's more demand for it. And especially if you get into when you get into the big boxes, retailers, we're gonna also want to have to look at potentially scaling up the molds at that time.
Okay.
Just to
That sounds
get
like a
your
really
profit.
good plan.
Yeah, because what happens is if you buy a mold and you make one at a time, then the cost is going to be the material plus the injection time. So if I do 4 of these at once,
The
then
injection time has gone down.
the injection time is
tremendously.
actually the same.
Oh, yeah, but you
but
get
you
4
get-
as opposed to 1.
Exactly, and it's normally about 30 seconds or so, 20, 30 seconds per cycle time, which is closes, injects the plastic, opens, pushes the parts out, and does it again. So
Okay.
that's one way to reduce the cost and increase your margin is in the future.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much for being here for our podcast and answering some of these difficult questions about bringing products to life. Rochelle, thank you so much for being an amazing guest. And I look forward to many
Thank
more
you.
interviews together as we develop more products and as we together learn and figure out the best ways to market the product.
Thanks, Rodrigo.
Anything else that you would like to say for
I want
potential
everyone
investors?
to know that if you want to make your own lottery, this is the place to come to Lime Design. They will make it happen for you. Stick with the process.
Thank
You
you
guys
so
were
much. Rochelle.
awesome.
Thank you so much.
And I'm so happy to be part of this team now.
This is definitely a family. It's we're
That's how I feel like
Yeah.
I'm treated like family.
cool. I mean, it's we want to see your product succeed. At the end of the day, right?
Yes.
Our client's success is 100% our success. Becomes our
This is
success.
true.
Right? So, we're going to be pushing this on our marketing. We're going to be having over the next couple weeks. We're going to be sharing a lot more information about this product, where you can buy it, and we're going to have a special discount, guys, that Rochelle doesn't know about yet. But we're going to give you guys a special discount so that you can try the product out yourself. And if you like it, please, guys, give us some feedback on it and let other people know about it so that other courageous and entrepreneurs like Rochelle can bring their products to life. So thank you guys again. I look forward to the next one where we'll be talking about other difficult questions as they pertain to product development, marketing, and manufacturing. So thank you guys again, and keep following us. Subscribe and like all that stuff at Lime Design 3D. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Baby, you can get on my boat and make it rock, yes.